Thank you for joining me today on the Sage Intelligence Advanced Features session. My name is Paris Chen. I am a consultant on the Business Intelligence team at BAASS. Today, we will introduce some advanced features of Sage Intelligence and also to give you some step-by-step guidance on how to take advantage of those features to further simplify and automate your reporting process. This is our agenda for today. We will spend most of our time on demonstration. We will learn how to create an audit lead sheet using this tool called Dynamic Account Ranges. We will learn how to create department reports using Reporting Tree. And in the end, we will take a quick look at getting free additional reports from Sage Intelligence Report Utility. We will have a Q&A session at 3:15 Eastern Time. If you have any questions, please feel welcome to bring your questions. We will answer as many questions as possible. If there are questions that we don't have enough time to get to, we will make sure to address them afterwards. For today's demonstration, we will be using Sample Data Sample Company Limited. Now, for the purpose of my report, I customized some account groups to simplify my reporting process. If you haven't used account groups, creating customized account groups is very easy to do, and it would make our reporting a lot more efficient. With account group setup, for example, we have an account group revenue. We don't need to remember which accounts are under revenue. And if in the future I create a new GL account for revenue, I don't need to go back to my reports to add this new GL account. All I need to do is to make sure the new account is classified as revenue correctly in my system. Now, as you can see, I have account group code REV set up for revenue, and it is for account 4,000 to 4210. And then we have investment income IMV for the account group code. And then we have ORV for other revenue, COS for cost of goods sold. Now let's go into our demonstration. First, we will take a look at how to create an audit lead sheet like this using dynamic account ranges. Dynamic account ranges can help automate this process because with dynamic account ranges, all we need to do is define the account range rule and how we would like our account row to look like. And dynamic account ranges will update the reports with all the accounts within the range. Okay, so now let's have a look. So in order to save some time, I have started my lead sheet here for my report template. Here I have a reference table for information such as fiscal year, fiscal period, currency code, account group, account rule, so that I have a centralized place to store and update this information for my report. Here, as you can see, we're building a lead sheet for the revenue group for 2020 year end. This is the body of my report, and I have set this as principal area. On my report, I have these columns: account code, account description, preliminary balance, adjustment, final reporting balance, annotation, final reporting balance for same period last year, and percentage of change. Now, structural code, we would need structural code as well because we're reporting for each individual account, but because we're not going to print structural code on our report, so I'm leaving it in column B, which is outside of the principal area. And above my report, I have fiscal year and fiscal period information. This is just to specify the fiscal period information for each column with Sage Intelligence formulas. So for example, for preliminary balance, it is reporting on the actual year-to-date results for 2020 period 12. And adjustment is for the net change for period 14. And final reporting balance for same period last year. It is the actual year-to-date results for 2019 period 14. And this is called a template row. It specifies how we would like our report to look like for each account that will be listed. So once the dynamic account ranges is set up, it will list out GL accounts within the account range one by one and copy the formulas on this template row for each account. Now let's take a look at the formulas. So for example, for the preliminary balance, here you can see we have a filter for the account group code revenue, and it is pointing at the reference table here. Okay. And then for adjustments, we have the filter for the account group code as well. And the same goes with the December 2019 results. We have account group code filtered on the formula too. Okay. So now let's set up the dynamic account ranges. So to set up dynamic account ranges, we will need to come to the task pane and then go to the tools. And then under dynamic account ranges, click on setup. Now all we need to do is to follow the instructions here and fill out these boxes one by one. So the first step is to select the range of cells for the template row. So here is our template row. I'm gonna select that. Okay. And then the next is to select the columns in the Excel worksheet that will populate the list of accounts. So all my account code will be updated in column C. So I'm gonna select that. Okay. And then next is to select the cell in the Excel worksheet that contains the account rule. So here we are reporting for all the accounts within account group revenue. And because we already have the account group code revenue filtered on our formulas, so here for the range, that would be everything. So we don't want to filter out anything on the range. And in Sage Intelligence, we would use star. And we can use star to represent everything. So here on the reference table here, I have the star for the account rule. Okay, so I'm gonna select that for the range. Okay, and now and here I'm gonna exclude 0 rows. And next, so here this is just to pick a place to place the formula for the dynamic account ranges formula, the formula. So I'm gonna put it below the reference table. Okay, and hit finish. Now the dynamic account ranges is set up successfully. Now all we need to do is click on refresh. And our report is updated automatically with all the accounts within the revenue group. Okay, and you can see the formulas are copied to each account here too. So now that I have everything set up, I can use this for the rest of my account groups. So for example, if I want to create an audit lead sheet for cost of goods sold, I can just come to my reference table here for the account group field, change this to COS, which is the account group code for cost of goods sold, and then hit refresh. My report is updated automatically for all the cost of goods sold accounts. Okay. So this is how we can utilize the dynamic account range to create an audit lead sheet. Okay. So next we will learn how to create departmental reports using reporting tree. So what is a reporting tree? Reporting tree allows us to model a reporting structure and view our organization in many ways. Some companies may have a very complex hierarchy which requires many reporting units. Some may only have a few reporting units. A reporting unit on the reporting tree can be an individual department or a higher level summary unit which contains a group of other reporting units. Okay, so before we go into demonstration, let's first take a look at the sample company's GL configuration. So for my sample company, if I take a look at the segment codes, you can see we have a segment for division, and it's 100 for commercial, 200 for retail. And then we also have another segment for a region, and it's 10 for northern, 20 for southern, 30 for eastern, 40 for western. If we take a look at the account structures, there are 3 account structures. So the account structure is for one account segment only, is for the account segment. And then there's this divisional structure, and it contains 2 segments. So it has account and division. And then for the regional structure, it has account, division, and region for all of the 3 account segments. Okay, so now let's go to our report. This is an income statement based on my customized account groups. So as you can see here, each line item is based on my customized account group code. Now, if we take a look at any of the formulas, for example, here, okay, we can see that for the report tree unit, it is pointing at cell B6 on my reference table. Okay, so this is where the reporting tree unit is specified. And right now it is reporting for the whole company. If we want to report for a different department, we can then just drag and drop the report tree unit to cell B6, and our report will be updated. So where is my reporting tree? We can find the reporting tree here in the task pane under the trees tab. Okay. Now, if we take a look at the trees, we can see that the first level is for the whole company. And if we expand that, the next reporting level is for the division. So we have commercial and retail. Now, if we further expand, then the last level is for the regions under each division. So for example, if now I want to filter my report for the commercial division, I can just drag commercial from the tree and drop it here. And now my report is updated for the commercial results only. Or for example, if I want to report for the Eastern region in the retail division, I can just drag Eastern under retail and drop it here. And my report is now filtered for this reporting unit now. Okay. So let's take a look at the details, how the tree is configured. So to take a look at that, we'll click on Manage and then click on Edit. Okay. So this is where the tree is configured. So the first level of the tree is company. And because for company, we're reporting on all the accounts. So here you can see under account filter rule, we have a star here which represents everything. So we don't want to filter anything out for this reporting unit. At the bottom here, there is a preview window which shows which accounts would fit the account filter rule. So this would be a good place to double check if we have set up our account filter rule properly. Okay, and then the next level for the divisions. So here for commercial, our filter has 4 question marks at the beginning, which represents 4 digits. The 1 question mark is a placeholder for 1 single digit. Here, because we don't want to filter on the first segment, we put 4 question marks to represent any 4 digits for the first segment. And we want to filter on the second segment for 100. So here we have question marks dash 100, and then we put a star at the end, meaning anything could follow 100. So it could be nothing, something like this, 4010-100. So there is no third segment, or it could be anything for the third segment. So for example, 4010-100-10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. And then same thing with retail here. It's question marks for the first segment, dash 200, and then star at the end. Okay. And then on the third reporting level, we are filtering on the second and the third segment. Okay, so for example, for northern region under the commercial division, we have question marks for the first segment and on dash 100-10, and same goes with everything else on the third level here. Okay, so this is how a tree is configured. Now, for reporting tree, it gives us the flexibility to model our own reporting structure without having to modify our GL configuration. We can customize it however we would like. Let's say, for example, this company has 2 directors. One director is in charge of the northern and the southern regions, and another one is for eastern and western regions. We can build a tree so that each director can get a report for the regions that they are in charge of. So to create a new tree, we would click on Manage and click on Add. Okay, and then for the tree name, I'm just gonna call that Directors. And then for the first reporting unit, this will be for Director 1. And here we are only filtering on the third segment because Director 1 is responsible for northern and the southern region. So we're filtering on the third segment for 10 or 20. So here our filter rule would be question marks for the first and the second segment, and then dash 10, or question marks dash 20. Okay, so here we are just filtering on the third segment for 10 and 20. And the same goes with Director 2. So Director 2 is responsible for for eastern and western regions. So here our account filter rule would be question marks dash 30 or question marks dash 40. Okay, and by looking at the preview here, I can make sure that I have set up my filter rules correctly. Okay, then we hit OK. And to use this tree, we just drag For example, we just drag Director 1 to our reference table, then our report is updated for Director 1, which is the northern and southern region. And same with Director 2, we can drag it over and our report would be filtered automatically. Okay, so that's how we use the reporting tree. The last thing I'd like to mention quickly today is, if you haven't known this already, Sage Intelligence has this report utility application, which has a list of free reports we can download. Now by selecting the ones we want and click on the download button, the new report will be automatically imported into our report manager. So there will be new reports added in the report utility on a regular basis. So this would be a good place to check if you're looking to design some new reports. To download the report utility, you can go to the Sage Intelligence website and find the one for your ERP system and have it downloaded to your computer. Okay, so this will be it for our session today. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, please come to the 3:15 Q&A session, and I look forward to discussing your questions together. Thank you.